Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues, and we are down to our final match of the night. And joining me in the booth is Speed Demon. Speed Man, how you doing?
I think my heart's still racing from that first stream game, the reverse sweep. But I'm feeling
hmm
pretty good. Kept the win streak alive, and now we're here and we're gonna watch some top six Chally action with the way the seating sits right now between Motion and Hellcats, and this is definitely bound to be a good one. Seating implications are huge in this one, especially with Griffins losing earlier tonight, which allows Motion to be able to slide up, potentially another two spots depending on how tiebreakers go with a win over Hellcats tonight.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna be brutally honest here, Speed. It has been a shame to see some of these how this season has kind of played out for both Motion and Hellcats. Obviously, Hellcats team is playing really well, and they got Lucky, who just moved up from their challenger team, actually, just got promoted. So I want to see Lucky perform well in the Challenger League. Really good guy. But this Motion team, they actually had like a really strong squad, and due to some unfortunate circumstances, um, the team's changed a whole bunch. But now they have Bruhdder and Squirrel, both players that, in my opinion, are very solid for the Chally League, and as well as Oinko, who, in my opinion, is a pretty solid third man. Now they still have 1660 in cap space still. Um, Now I'm not sure if they can pick anybody up. I don't think they can. I don't know how that all that works. I'm not. I'm not a. I am an AGM. I can't say that anymore. I'm not a GM. I don't understand how any of that works. But what I could say is, Motion, they've been able to salvage their season a little here, Speed, because they had a rocky couple weeks there in the middle.
Yeah, they definitely had some of the most roster moves in all of Nemesis this season so far. But they have a squad that can compete. Kind of surprising that the two of the players on their team that are very standout players in Jolly League with Bruhdder and Squirrel, they've bounced around quite a few teams this season. I believe as Bruhdder's gonna make a huge save there right off the rip. But Bruhdder's been on three teams this season, maybe four, and Squirrel's been on three or four teams as well. And most of those guys are usually, staples of a team. You get them on your team and you build around them. You don't look to move them. So it's definitely interesting to see. But we've had a couple great shots come out here early from Hellcats, and Motion doesn't quite have the pressure yet getting this early under game one.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna be really interested to see how Strauto and Sky Navy play. Those two guys, they're friends, and so they wanted a team, but can they make it work here in the Chally League? Sky Navy able to make a good save there. As now Sky Navy going to try to find the pass mid. That one going to go over Aeon's head, but Squirrel, he's going to be there to receive it as Shadow already up in the air. That one going to clear toward the side as Sky Navy tries to get a pinch clear, but that one not going to go anywhere. Bruhdder towards the back wall. Strata doesn't have any boost, so she's just going to have to clear it to the side. Squirrel's going to put that one back mid, and Bruhdder is there. That's a duo that you're going to see a lot tonight, Speed, and it's starting us off early.
Yeah, and both of these teams really, like you mentioned it, they're duo monsters, right? Bruhdder, Squirrel, Strauto, Sky. I mean, Aeon's pretty good himself. Lucky if they bring him in. Oinko, Oinko has taken quite a bit time off for Motion, so I don't know how much time he's played with this roster, especially because of the last minute drop of Clouds going non-playing. As Bruhdder look for a double tap, no, leaves it for Oinko, and Oinko is going to show me that he has been putting in some work. I know he had taken some time off, but he's going to put in a second goal here for Motion.
Yeah, the first touch by Oinko was also really good to pop it up for Bruhdder, and that's kind of a trust thing, Speed, where it's like you put this ball up, and it kind of feels like a 50-50 ball, but if you believe your guy can go and get it, then that's what you do. As now Oinko going to try to look for another shot here, but it's going to be Squirrel, and he's going to get that long clear downfield. Sky Newbie, a little caught out of position, has to clear that one off his own backward, gets a nice double as well. Bruhdder, though, still able to follow it up, but Aeon's going to stop him in his tracks. Now Squirrel retreating all the way back. Going to leave that one for Oinko. Oinko with one touch. Not able to get a follow-up, but Squirrel, he's going to be able to clear that one downfield. Sky Newbie waiting for that touch as Bruhdder is in the corner. Waiting patiently off the ceiling. Going to get challenged immediately. That ball bouncing down. Sky Newbie couldn't get the follow-up touch, but Aeon's already there. Squirrel kind of awkward. 50'd, but he's able to get that ball cleared. Squirrel now pops once. Gonna get the pass over to Oinko again. Oinko, is that one gonna be in? It's gonna be saved away by Strauto. Just hit the crossbar as well. As Bruhdder now gonna just try to get a touch, but that one is going backwards to Oinko. The one with the 100 boost loses that 50, but Squirrel's gonna be able to collect it. That ball gets challenged immediately, and now we're seeing this Hellcats team really start to turn up the pressure. Being down 2 goals, they gotta make something happen. Still a lot of time remaining. Oinko with a nice save, though. Strauto with a great challenge was able to go under him. Sky Newbie off the corner, looking for the double, and he gets it. Strauto could not read that one, as Oinko's just barely able to get a touch, and it feels like these motion teams are just getting the little touches, able to get past this Hellcats offense and able to keep them afloat. As now the score still is 2-0, halfway through this game speed, and it feels like Hellcats, they're starting to settle in a little bit, but still, Motion not giving them any easy goals.
No, they are not. And, you know, little things seem to go Motion's way. You know, you mentioned it, a couple small little touches that are just going their way as a whiff comes out there, but Sky Newbie on the attack. But you know, we saw Hellcats come out early. They looked really strong, had a couple great shots. Motion defended it, then had a couple great shots of their own, able to find it in the net. And now we're looking at Hellcats coming back again. And, you know, really great gameplay. Just unfortunate to see Hellcats not be able to find a goal yet as they're looking for one here. But no, Bruhdder's going to get the touch, but accidental. But AON is going to retreat, get full boost, and he's going to start up this counterplay again.
Yeah, but Oinko already there for the demo or for the bump, and Aeon says, "You know what? I'll pay you back and on your teammate instead." As Oinko gets 50'd by Strauto, that ball bouncing awkwardly. Bruhdder trying to take his time, tries to get that one mid. Squirrel gonna pop that one high. Can't do much else with that ball as Aeon's gonna take his time. Realizes he does, but Oinko says you're running out of time quickly as he gets the demo. Strauto able to get the beat though, as he's now looking for the flip reset. He gets it. Squirrel still able to get the save as Sky Newbie could not get the shot to follow up. Squirrel now trying to go in the air. Gets the air dribble over one. That one's going to be just off target, though. It's Aeon now going to try to pass it over to Strauto. Strauto going to try to pass it back over to Aeon. Oh, the passing play was beautiful there, and they cut this lead in half.
They do. That was a beautiful passing play. Aeon over to Strauto, back to Aeon, getting the defense side to side. Bruhdder just didn't know what to do, wasn't able to get up quick enough for that. And Hellcats give themselves some life just in the nick of time as they have a minute left. That's a beautiful spot to be in, only down one goal with a minute to play.
Now, can they capitalize on the chance that they have given themselves? Good touch there by Sky Newbie to get over one. Can he get the follow-up? Cannot get the touch as Oinko is going to get 50. That ball going to try to get clear by Squirrel, but that one's only going to go towards the midfield. But Bruhdder is there to collect it. Get the long clear. Bruhdder now spinning it towards the back wall. Aeon able to get the clear past Squirrel. Now Oinko, last man back. Sky Newbie couldn't get the touch off the wall, and Oinko going to be able to get the challenge. Oinko with 0 boost. Going to try to find a pass mid. Bruhdder's going to be there, but the touch was not great. That ball's going long. Is that ball going in? It is. Strauto able to get the game-tying goal with 25 seconds remaining.
That's a smart move there by Strauto. He read the pass attempt. They've been looking to pass all game long, and he reads that one like a book. And he's going to tie this one up with 25 seconds to go, giving them even more life. Now, Motion has to find a way to respond to this, as now Hellcats are on 2 unanswered goals here.
Seems like Hellcats have really stepped up their game, and the defense from Motion just seems to break just a little bit as they're going for these counters. So Motion looking to capitalize on that, as now Sky Newbie going to look for this counter once again. Strauto not going to go for the ball. It's going to be Aeon clearing that one all the way downfield. Squirrel's going to be there. Squirrel almost got dunked by Sky Newbie, but instead it's sitting all the way back down towards the Hellcats half. But Strauto keeps it in the air. It's going to hit the ground, though. We're going to have overtime in the first game. Speed. Man, I never got a prediction out of either of us. But, you know, with this game one already going to overtime, who do you have taking this first game?
You know, halfway through that first game, I was going to say Motion if they didn't make a change. Aeon was looking a little slow and sluggish, but he's starting to come alive here as the, you know, final minutes have happened here in game number 1. And I think I might have to go with Hellcats. They have the momentum. They started off early. They had a couple unfortunate misplays, and then they locked it back in, and now they're starting to find the back of the net. But Bruhdder looking to put this one away. No, that one's going to be just wide. And now Sky Newbie trying to make something happen. He's going to get 50 in the middle over to Strauto, and he's going to send it into the corner and try to get something to happen here. But Bruhdder's going to clear this one away.
I think this team, the team that's going to win, is going to be the one that just scored, actually. Aeon is going to put that one away. The beautiful shot, by the way. Sky Newbie is just going to pop that ball up high. He doesn't get the boost, but it's going to be a shot here for Aeon, and Squirrel just didn't have anything. It's top shelf. Beautiful, beautiful placement. And in game number 1, Asterisk is going to win this first game as Hellcats, you know, I won't say they snatched this one away, but they were down 2-0. And, you know, it kind of felt like they had the momentum and they had the shots and they had the offense. But at the end of the day, Motion, They were up 2-0. Like, how do you throw that one away, Speed?
Yeah. I I don't know with the caliber of players of Bruhdder and Squirrel. I know Bruhdder is typically a very offensive player. Squirrel does a little bit of everything. He's a really good, second man, third man, with great abilities to be a first man. But I don't know how you throw that away. That's just tough to see if you're a motion fan here. And really, I think you chalk that down to is just how many roster changes they've had this season, and just still not quite fully, you know, having that chemistry. As Aeon's trying to make something happen early in game two, but that one's gonna get sent away. But Strauto is there for the rebound. Can he get the double? No. Bruhdder trying to clear this one. He does. Sky Newbie tries to get the 50, but Bruhdder is gonna send that one away. And now they're starting to have a little life here after some crazy saves on the defensive end.
Yeah, so great defensive plays there from motion, and that's where I think a lot of teams really need to, get started. Get started in the defensive end, transition that into good offense. Bruhdder tried to do so there. Is now Squirrel. He said, okay, it's my turn to transition this into good offense. Going for the air dribble. It's a slow one, but Aeon still couldn't get a great 50 on it. Oinko hits it off hits it off the sidewall. As now Sky Newbie gonna get that ball cleared. Squirrel's gonna be the first one there, though. Gets it over one. Strauto racing back, does get the demo as well. Aeon 50 boost, trying to make a play happen, but Bruhdder instantly challenges him, not giving him any time to react. This Bruhdder now looking for the pass mid, but Strauto had that one read. As now Squirrel gonna have a little bit of time. Gets that one, but it's got a great challenge there by Sky Newbie, but Bruhdder's already there. Aeon able to get the touch. Can he get the follow? He can. That's over Oinko as well. Aeon with not a lot of boost. Just tries to get a touch. Could have left it for Strauto, but instead, the ball is just going to be past mid. Guy Newbie doesn't have the boost to catch up. Gets a flick over one. Oinko's going to have a clear here, though. His Bruhdder, he's going to be the first one to that ball. No, he's not going to make contact as Strauto pop that ball back mid. Guy Newbie trying to keep possession. Tries to get a follow-up touch, and he does. That one bouncing awkwardly. Bruhdder able to get the touch. Is he able to get the follow? He can. Tries to get it over one. He gets a nice 50 there. This could be the start of a counterattack. There's only one man back. It's going to be Aeon. Aeon able to get the save. A great shot there from Bruhdder, though. As motion try to get the first goal on the board. Is it going to be Squirrel here? No, that one's going to be just a little too high. As now Bruhdder with the shot. Sky Newbie with the save, but Oinko, the finisher, is there to put it away.
Yeah, I really thought Squirrel was going to have that initial off the backboard, but Bruhdder does a great job making it awkward, trying to slot it into a place where it was going to be tough for those Hellcats defenders to make a touch. And look what happens. They make a poor touch, goes off the post. Oinko there to swallow that one up. Does great job, gives them life. That's something that they needed to score first here after, having that 2-0 lead and letting it slip from their fingers. But Hellcats trying to get this outcome to change, tie it back up. No, that one's going to be saved away again by Bruhdder, and it looks like motion is really starting to click right now.
The defense is starting to really take shape here. Can the Hellcats find a way through? They've had a couple good opportunities, but the defense has been stellar. But you know what's been more stellar? The shooting, and Squirrel's going to put that one in the back of the net. A great shot here from Squirrel.
Yeah, now that's what we like to see from Squirrel. He missed the last one going up for the aerial, and it was more open. And this one, he's just going to place that one almost perfect top right bins, give himself a 2-0 lead, and now they have to hold it. We were in this spot last time, 2-0 at halfway point, and they let it slip. Can they hold on to it this time, or are they going to, history repeat itself and have that 2-goal lead also slowly dwindle right in front of them?
The defense has been stepping up here from motion. Hopefully, it can continue to hold strong. Sky Newbie able to get it past one. Oinko a little awkward, but Bruhdder helps him out. Aeon, though, first one of that ball. Oinko able to click the clear, though. The Squirrel is able to get the follow. And Sky Newbie, not a lot of boost. Able to pick up that back corner, though, so Bruhdder's touch is going to be met by him as now Bruhdder going to just pop that ball high. This is dangerous. All three of the players were in that corner for the motion squad, but Strauto could not get the clear as Oinko now trying to get that pass mid. Aeon able to get the save. Cannot get the best touch to follow up, but Sky Newbie, he's going to have the clear. Bruhdder already in the air, ready for that one. It feels like Bruhdder and Squirrel and Oinko are all on top of these passes, as now with a minute and a half remaining. All you got to do is score one and give yourself a chance, but so far, it seems like motion does not have any signs of weakness, and Squirrel's going to have to make a save there. The demo came through, the whiff from Bruhdder came through, but Squirrel was able to clean it up. But still, that was a scary sight for motion here, and with a minute remaining, you're starting to see the chinks in the armor.
Yeah, and great attack here by Hellcats yet again. Strauto trying to make something happen. Doesn't quite get the flip reset. Running out of boost. Oiko trying to just force this ball. Give themselves relieve of pressure. Waste time. As Strauto is going to get another good 50. But again, Oinko is back. Not a lot of boost though. And Sky Newbie's going to elect to let that one go back all the way to AON. And yeah, like you said, motion starting to get a little sketchy, but it's a great shot attempt comes out from Bruhdder. But they are playing quick. They're playing fast. Can this one go in? And that is probably the dagger right there by Oinko.
That is a great, just continuous pressure play here by the motion squad. I think they stole so much boost. They stayed in the offensive end. A great double attempt by Bruhdder forced the defense into an awkward position, and it allowed Squirrel to get the pass back to the midfield, and Oinko was already there. So great, just three-man play there from motion. And you know what we haven't seen? I have not seen a whole lot of passing coming out from the Hellcats, so I want to see this offense really start to step up. Obviously, I think both Alpha, Aeon, and Sky Newbie can all go for these solo plays, but I want to see some of this passing like we saw in that first game, that little tiki-taka passing that Aeon and Strauto had. I'm not seeing it here, though. All I'm seeing is Bruhdder dice up this defense like it's butter.
Hey, that was kind of a passing play from this Hellcats team. Aeon trying to get the touch, and Bruhdder is just right there to meet that touch. Kind of a little passing play, but yeah, that's not what you want to see. You know, thankfully they won game one. They can bounce back. They can, you know, talk about what they did good in the first game, what they didn't do well in this second game, and you know, try to really figure it out here. You got a minute, use the minute, talk about it. But Bruhdder, Squirrel, Oinko firing on all cylinders, playing really fast, smart, boost stealing. You know, they're playing a little physical, nothing too crazy, but just the speed is just forcing this Hellcats team to just be so awkward.
Yeah, Hellcats, they didn't seem to have the great offensive chances. Like basically I felt like their great offensive chances last game came off counterattack speed, and it just didn't seem like Motion were even giving them the time to even start a counterattack. They were challenging so quickly. However, it I'm not saying that this Motion team is unbeatable, because to be honest, there's definitely some chances that were were left to be desired on the side of Hellcats. If they're able to clean up these clears, these passes, these first touches, they can really start to punish some of the motion overcommits. But for now, Bruhdder, he's just going to keep running rampant in this Hellcats half.
Yeah, Bruhdder is just. I've played with Bruhdder before in another league, and he's just so good, so quick. His knowledge of the game, his touches are just impeccable at times. And you know, the sad part is he's looking really good in this game, but I still don't even think he's playing to the best of his abilities. He's, you know, done good, but he's missed quite a few double taps. Stuff that he normally hits all the time. As Strauto is going to get a little mecky here, and he's going to put that one in the back of the net, and he is going to give Hellcats the early lead here in game 3.
A great shot here, jumping off the ceiling to catch up to the ball. Just not what Squirrel was expecting at all, in fact, and so he got caught out of position on the front post. And you know, I said I wanted to see some more team plays coming out from the Hellcats, but hey, if you're able to make that a solo play like that, you know, sometimes you just got to make the solo play work. As now Aeon trying to do the same thing, but he's going to pop that one up high. It's going to be Strauto once again going for the solo play. He's going to get the demo, and that's going to be a free shot. And Sky Newbie, well, he skies it. And man, Oinko, he's going to get the long clear and breathe a sigh of relief, as Motion should be down 2-0 right now.
That was, I don't know how you missed that if you're Sky. That net is practically 95% open, and Sky Newbie trying to get a little too cute with it, trying to hit top bins, and actually just misses. And if you're the Hellcats after losing that game, you can't see that. But Sky Newbie, he's going to make up for his mistake earlier. He's gonna put his team back up by 2 like they should have been. And you know, that's good for his mental right there.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of bad defense. I saw Bruhdder literally camping in the front post, and if you're camping in the front post, you literally can only guard one thing, and that is directly in front of you. So it's just not a good play. Bruhdder, I need better positioning there. Also, the challenge onto Aeon wasn't great. It forced him to do absolutely nothing. So just it felt like Motion, the defense, which was honestly stellar in my opinion in game number 2, really starting to falter here in the early stages of Game 3. Sky Newbie trying to continue up that pressure is that's a touch from Squirrel that leaves a lot to be desired. Once again, Bruhdder turned back, so it could have been a pass, but in the end, it's just more pressure here for the Hellcats. Sky Newbie now trying to convert that pressure into an opportunity. Gets the reset, but Bruhdder says, you know what? You're not going to do anything. Not on my turf. As now Oinko up in the air. Going to look for a touch and maybe a follow-up as he's going to go towards the back wall as Strauto really awkward. AON going to have to get a touch towards the corner. All three players from Hellcats there, Speed, had to commit for that ball, and it seemed like they panicked a little bit on the defense side. Both these teams, the defenses seem to be where they're lacking, so anybody's game at this point, and another defensive mistake, and Bruhdder's going to capitalize.
Yeah, Sky Newbie had plenty of boost to work with and just not quite the greatest positioning. Ball eats him up there. He wasn't quite able to get control of it. And the pressure there by motion, staying with him, forcing him to make that play, knowing that someone's breathing down his neck, creates that opportunity for Bruhdder to just be able to come up and put that one into the back of the net and really cut into this lead now as we're approaching that halfway point.
Halfway point, 2-1 lead for the Hellcats, and like I said, it's anybody's game because in my opinion, the defense from both these teams just not stepping up in these moments, but the offense, as Sky Newbie almost puts a stellar shot on, has been playing really well. Bruhdder able to get a nice touch there, but it's going to be Alpha up in the air, trying to make a play happen, but his first touch was just a little too wide, but the follow-up shot is going to be there. Sky Newbie put that one on target somehow, as now AON, he's going to try to do the same, but that touch from Bruhdder going to go straight down to Squirrel. Squirrel with no boost, though. Strauto gets faked. Squirrel trying to get a pop over Sky Newbie, and he does. Sky Newbie rushing back, grabbing boost, trying to get to 50, but it's going to be a lead from Oinko. Bruhdder up in the air. Bruhdder going to get 50 by Strauto. A great fake there from Oinko, trying to create an opportunity for his teammate. Not going to go through. Sky Newbie able to get the clear. Aeon's going to get there for the shot, but that one going to go wide. Squirrel couldn't get the follow-up touch either as Aeon continues to put on the pressure. It's going to be Strauto this time, putting that ball back mid. No one's going to be there for the follow-up shot, though. Sky Newbie trying to continue the pressure. The second man just too far back for Hellcats. Aeon with one touch, goes off the back wall. Bruhdder can't get there. Squirrel, he can though. Clears that one down to Oinko. Oinko, he's looking for the demo. He's not looking for the ball, and nobody from the motion squad was looking for the ball on that one, so it's more pressure here. But a great demo there from Bruhdder alleviates all of the midfield pressure as now Oinko off the ceiling. Gets one touch, can't get a follow. Sky Newbie, he's going to capitalize on that one immediately. Tries to get a follow-up from to himself, but Bruhdder was able to get that long clear. Aeon, he's going on the ground for this one, able to get the 50. Strauto looking for the clear. He gets the touch to himself. Aeon with the fake. Strauto, that touch, not a great one, but he gets the dunk. Oinko, super awkward. Sky Newbie just has to get a 50, but Bruhdder with 10 boosts, able to get the clear. Now he's looking for the 50 on one, and he wins that. Strauto looking for an opportunity, gets a nice flip. Squirrel, kind of awkward. Oinko, that ball goes up high. Is there going to be anybody from Hellcats? There's Aeon, but the first touch is going to go to Oinko on the follow-up. Sky Newbie with a pre-jump, able to get that read. 30 seconds remaining. Sky Newbie now trying to make a play happen. Motion, they really want this goal. They've been hanging on for dear life, but the opportunity to score has not come quite yet. Strauto going for the bump. Oinko's going to get the clear, though. Now, Sky Newbie, with all the boosts, going to hit that one off of his own corner. A double commit here. Leaves Strauto last man back. Bruhdder, he's looking for the shot. Doesn't get the touch. And with 10 seconds remaining, that could be fatal. Bruhdder trying to pop that one for Squirrel. Squirrel, he's not going to be the first one there, but he does get the dunk. That ball now bouncing mid. Bruhdder, one touch off the backboard. Can he get the follow? No. Sky Newbie, he's going to try to chase this one down. He puts it to the ground. And the Asterix, a.k.a. the Hellcats, are able to hang on.
Yeah, and that right there, that's a beautiful game out of the Hellcats. They looked good early. They then, struggled a little bit defensively. We saw some awkward positioning. They really had to withstand some pressure from motion, and then they locked it back down. They were playing smart. They weren't overcommitting. They were really the priority there towards the end of the game, and you could see it was don't let them score, right? That we have the goal. We don't need another one. And they were just playing really, really smart in motion. They were giving it to him too. So, great battle from both of these guys. We are going to head to Forbidden Temple with Hellcats up 2-1 in the series. And, you know, they're looking really good. They just have to play one more complete game with no lapses because this motion team is going to be hungry to come out for this game.
Motion just seemed to not be able to find the back of the net. They couldn't even get the shots, it felt like, Speed, because honestly, it was the midfield presence from Hellcats. I think Sky Newbie and Strauto were the main ones that were just able to kind of just turn in the midfield and just challenge. And that's kind of what we saw Motion doing in game number 2. So the roles really did flip there. But who will be able to come out on top in game 4? Honestly, it's Forbidden Temple. Nobody can really predict what's going to happen here. But it's going to be looking like an early start here for Motion, as AON couldn't get a touch there. As Bruhdder tried to get that one back towards the midfield. Oinko, he's going to turn with not a lot of boost, trying to get that ball continuously into the Hellcats half, but instead it's going to be Strauto. And Strauto can do a lot on the ball. That one's going to go wide. That one's going to go high. Motion, hang on, but maybe not for long. AON with the 50, get big, and he's going to have the goal in just 46 seconds.
Yeah, and I think that goal is to be that goal is to be accounted for, as when Bruhdder just spawned, he spawned right in the path of Squirrel, who had quite a bit of momentum. I don't know if he would have saved it, but it definitely would have been close. And that's just super unfortunate if you're Motion. That's not something that you want to see after being down in the series 2-1, as another whiff's going to come out here by Squirrel, and Oinko elects to not take his time, but to just bang it right into the Hellcats defense.
Yeah, I think he was looking for a pass there, and they're trying to speed up play. It feels like Motion. They don't want to give any time for this Hellcat squad to recover, but a pass like that from Squirrel is going to result in a counter, as AON got a great touch. AON's been kind of in those passing lanes. This is the second time I've seen it already this game. A Sky Newbie, he's going to put that ball up high. Bruhdder's going to be the first one there. AON, once again, in that passing lane, not allowing Bruhdder to do anything, except Bruhdder says, I'm going to do anything. I'm going to do something anyway. As now, Strauto trying to make the ball go towards the Motion's goal. Motion, they're not going to be able to get back. It's just a quick counterattack goal once again. And Strauto, he gets the beat on Oinko, and Bruhdder's just racing back. Sky Newbie able to put it away. Speed, it just feels like this Motion team, they're just getting caught out.
Yeah, they really are, and that's a great play though by Sky Newbie. Those are some of the hardest shots when you're not following your own touch there, and you're trying to be close for that teammate, and you know that defender is rushing in to make that save, and you have to go quick on the tight angle like that. That's a really smart play, and hard to do for Sky. So hats off to him, who has kind of struggled here off and on here in this series so far, for him to really just lock in offensively. And you know, it gives him that cushion in case he does make another defensive mistake, as we have seen twice in this series from him.
Those defensive mistakes rear their ugly head now, or will the Hellcats be able to hang on? We've got 3 minutes left to see what's going to happen here. As Squirrel is going to now look for the shot. That one gets saved away by Sky Newbie as Bruhdder hits that one off the backboard. Squirrel with 10 boosts. He's going to go for the shot here. He can place that one beautifully, and he does. The bottom right corner. You pre-jump him. He's going low. It don't matter. It's a 2-1 game now in favor of Hellcats, but Squirrel, he starts the momentum here for Motion.
Yeah, but that right there started from the bump from Oinko, getting that back bump, hitting that ball also into his teammate of Bruhdder, which allowed Squirrel to be able to go up and get that ball. That's the type of play that they need. They need to disrupt this Hellcats defense, and they need to play in the air. They are all very, very good players in the air, and they need to start playing to their strengths and look for those team passing plays in the air as a dunk comes out from Squirrel. But Sky Newbie is going to be there and does get a great double touch clear. Bruhdder trying to get the clear, but no, that one's going to go straight to Strauto in the midfield, and he is going to regain that 2-goal lead for the Hellcats.
Bruhdder been taking notes from Marco, passing that ball mid to the other team. That one just not the touch you're looking for. Bruhdder, I think, definitely could have just taken his time, not touched the ball at all, in fact. But also, it felt like their third man was once again too far up, caught out of position, and you know, Hellcats have been able to capitalize on it. AON trying to capitalize on a great ceiling shot opportunity. Sky Newbie now going to look for the pass mid. That one's going to be bouncing. Bruhdder barely is able to get a touch, and Sky Newbie couldn't get the follow-up shot. AON now going to try to get the touch. Oinko going to get past 2. AON gets bumped once again. Oinko going to look for the pass over to Bruhdder. Bruhdder's shot is a beautiful one. Oh my goodness. Bar down. What a shot from Bruhdder.
Oh, I thought at first that Squirrel and Oinko were going to go for that pinch, and the comms to come out from them, and Bruhdder had to have been screaming for that pass across. Beautiful placement, beautiful pass. Gets them back on the board, feeling good, down 1 with 2 minutes to go. And that's the type of plays that we need to see from this Motion team. They can shoot well, they can shoot hard. They just have to get this defense moving left to right and get them a little more confused.
These opportunities need to come more often. Oinko trying to create an opportunity there, but Sky Newbie already on top of that one. AON able to get the beat, and Strato's already there. Strato shot going to get saved away easily by Bruhdder, but Sky Newbie's already there for the follow. Oinko able to save it on the goal line. Not a lot of boost to work with. Bruhdder trying to get the clear, and he does, but only as far as Strato, and Strato pops that one in the air beautifully. Not a lot of boost on the side of motion. That ball water falling. A great dunk there from AON. He read that one like a book. Squirrel, where are you going?
Yeah, and Strauto, Aeon making things happen. Great attempt there by Strauto. I thought he was going to initially fall, and he had a great recovery off the ceiling. He did get his flip reset, and he was trying to fall down to that, but he didn't need it, as Aeon going to be there, going to secure that goal for the Hellcats. And again, Motion is just letting this game slip out of their hands. We saw it happen early in game one, and now we're watching it happen yet again here in game number 4 on Forbidden Temple.
Motion, though, not going down without a fight as Squirrel, able to bring them back to 1 goal, and every time Hellcats extend this lead, Motion have an answer very, very quickly here, Speed, and there's a minute remaining on the clock. Don't count this Motion team out yet. They are fighting for their lives here in this series. Forbidden Temple, anything can happen, Speed. We got a minute left. Do you think this Motion squad can do it? Can Bruhdder and Squirrel and Oinko pull this off? Oh my goodness, I don't even gotta ask. It's a tied game.
It is a tie game, and Bruhdder electing to bring this ball down. Beautiful catch. Get Sky Newbie to bite, and we're watching a Hellcats team who locked down their defense in game number 3 to secure that win and withstand all that pressure. And now they're on match point, and they're acting like they need this game win to force a game 5, and they don't. But Strauto trying to get that answer, and no, that's going to be off the crossbar, and Oinko's going to send this one down, but that's going to be right to the middle and to Sky Newbie. Sky Newbie's going to get that touch over to Strauto. Now Aeon's going to collect this one. He's going to look for a double, and that one is just going to go up to the ceiling and is going to get beat, though. Squirrel gets beat. Strauto is not there, electing to play a little slow as we hit the 30-minute mark, as both these teams know what's online.
Yeah, 30 seconds remaining. Tied game. Squirrel. Nice pop. That's a double commit here from Hellcats. Can Oinko capitalize? He's going to put that one high off the backboard. Is Bruhdder going to be there? No, it's going to be Aeon. Not getting a touch. Squirrel gets demoed. Bruhdder going to rush for that ball. Strato gets beat. Sky Newbie. First one there. Tries to take a control touch. Doesn't have the boost to follow. Aeon able to get a long clear, and Squirrel's racing all the way back. Squirrel needs a good touch here. He gets a pretty good touch, but Strato's still able to follow it. But Squirrel able to get that ball clear, alleviate all the pressure. Sky Newbie gonna let this one go to overtime, and once again, we have overtime in this series. Last time, it was the Hellcats that came out on top. That was in game number 1. A very similar situation to this one, as Aeon, he's gonna look to get the equalizer here. A backflip, and it's a goal for Sky Newbie. Squirrel chokes at the last second in overtime. The backflip is huge, and Sky Newbie punishes immediately.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. Squirrel had the read. He was at least gonna 50 that. A better opportunity to save that than what Bruhdder did. And Bruhdder does get a touch on that ball, but Sky Newbie placed it just far enough out of his touch where that ball still went in. And Hellcats are going to take this in game number 4. And we just watched Motion. They had moments of brilliance. Bruhdder and Squirrel trying to do everything they could. Oinko looked really good. He had a great fill-in role for them. Just still not enough chemistry for those three, as season's dwindling down. They are in a good spot, like I said. They're still sitting at 9-5. They have clinched at least the play-ins. So really, all this is for them to just use the next 3 matches to end the season and really get that chemistry locked down for when it matters most.
And honestly, like you said, I saw Bruhdder and Squirrel playing a nice 2-minute passing play pretty well. Um, and Oinko, I felt like played a very good support of just being there for either one of the passes. I mean, he had a great pass over to Bruhdder into the shot. And so I think this Motion team definitely, there's things to work on, just like all Chelly teams, by the way. Definitely things to work on. But, shout out to Hellcats for honestly, I don't, I don't think they dominated by any means, but it felt like their pressure was just so much more lethal than the Motion's pressure. The defense from Hellcats, while shaky at times, still was able to come up clutch. And honestly, I think the individual play from Aeon and Strauto and even Sky Newbie as well, it just felt like they all three of them had a very good individual performance. As well, they did pass as well. It felt like both teams are playoff teams for a reason right now. And so I really do hope that they can take these next couple games to learn, just play with each other just that much more, get that chemistry up just even more. And I'll be very excited to see both these teams in the playoffs, or play-ins at least. So gonna be a fun one to watch as the season comes to an end very shortly. But the season's coming to an end very shortly. Speed. So is this stream. But before that, we got some important people to shout out.
That we
You're
do.
one of
We
them.
do have um our Nemesis premium subscribers. Um, with the Nemesis premium subscribers, thank you, Flame, Stormreaper, Wiggle, Crotera, Fenner, Neon, Street Soul, Critter, myself, Jax,
Okay.
Parker, and Rare. We appreciate you guys for supporting Nemesis, and we couldn't do it without you. It helps everything behind the scenes, work flow, and gives us a prize pool. It helps us, pay casters and streamers so that we can continue to have these amazing streams that we do.
Absolutely. And with that, guys, that's going to be the end for this Monday night stream. Join us back on Wednesday nights where it'll be match day number 16. There we go. 16. As man, we are coming to the end of the season here, Speed. It's been, honestly, it doesn't feel like it's been that long of a season, to be honest. I feel like it's flown by. So already we're seeing a lot of these playoff matches. Clinches are coming through. We're gonna have a whole bunch of that action on Wednesday nights. But that's gonna do it for us tonight here. Speed, anything you want to say before we head
Uh,
out?
Nothing I got to say. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Flip, thank you for having me in the booth with you. Have a great night, and we will see you guys Wednesday.
Yep. See you guys Wednesday. Deuces.